Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here today. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you will, like, share, comment on the post, and then if you would like, we will be in the letter of First Peter, chapter number 3, beginning in verse 8. Here, Peter says, "Finally, all of you have unity of mind, sympathy, brotherly love, a tender heart, and a humble mind. Do not repay evil for evil or reviling for reviling, but on the contrary, bless. For to this you are called, that you may obtain a blessing." This is, in some ways, I don't know if anybody has thought this or not. Um, as we have looked at these last few sections, as Peter's addressed husbands and wives and how they should behave. And then here comes when he says, all of you have unity of mind. And I don't know if it's crossed anyone's mind, again, that we said in the opening and have mentioned in these first couple of chapters, again, Peter was writing to a group of people, believers who were confused and struggling uh, because they were being persecuted for their faith. And maybe the question has come up, why is he talking about husbands and wives? What's that got to do with encouraging those who are suffering for their faith? And as I thought about that, whether you thought of it or not, I had the question, and as I read it and I thought about it, I think maybe one of the things that Peter is, I think there's actually two reasons that Peter's addressing this. One of them is, again, when he's telling us to have unity here, to love each other, sympathy, tender heart, humble mind, don't pay evil for evil, reviling for reviling, but on the contrary, bless others. And I think all of us recognize, if you've been involved in church very long, if you've been around any churches, you know that sometimes um, they don't have the best testimony. We'll be nice and we'll be clean it up, and they have a reputation in their community as being mean, fighting with each other. But we know that Jesus told us that the world would know that we love Him, that we're His children, by how we love each other. And so Peter is saying to the church here, who's being persecuted, who's confused because of that persecution, uh, don't give the world anything else. Don't give the world any ammunition. Love each other. Don't let them. Don't give the world the opportunity to say, we don't like them. They don't like each other. That kind of thing. He's telling us that we should treat others, again, unity of mind, sympathy, brotherly love. That ultimately, he says, he sums it up. He says, bless. We are to be a blessing. We should be a blessing to each other. We should be a blessing to others. We should have unity. We should be humble towards each other, brotherly love. That in a world that hates us, we should love each other. That the church should be a place where the believers can come together and encourage each other and lift each other up and give them the strength and the encouragement they need to go out and face a world that hates them. And so I think that's one avenue Peter is going down. But then this question of why is he addressing husbands and wives? Same principle. That we have enough problems without having, disharmony in our homes. And so Peter and Paul both have written and told us, here's how you have a happy home. Here's the order of the home. If you'll follow this order, husbands, if you'll do this, wives, if you'll do this, children, if you'll do this, then you'll have peace at home. You may have to go out and tackle hell with a water pistol at work. You may have to deal with a heathen boss and a bunch of corrupt co-workers and a bunch of foul-mouthed, evil people all around you. But at home and at church, those should be places where the believers can come together and have unity of mind, sympathy, brotherly love, tender hearts, humble minds, not repaying evil for evil, reviling for reviling, but instead blessing each other. Let's go out today and be a blessing. Let's bless even those who hate us. Let's go out today and be a blessing. You have a good one. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.